Hello everyone, welcome back to the officeblokedaz Sports Edition channel. I'm officeblokedaz.
Sports Edition.
Exactly. And today we are looking at this is why fighting is allowed in pro hockey, which is something I would like to know, to be fair.
We were asking the other day, wasn't we?
Not really too sure why it's coming as a thing, or if it was just a rule straight from the start.
I'm thinking it's always been there.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, I think it's something that's always been a part of the tradition of playing hockey growing up, from early ages all the way through to the pros. I think it just comes with the territory.
I wouldn't know, to be honest.
I wouldn't even say. Would you even say it's an unwritten rule? I don't think it's an unwritten rule. It's probably a written rule.
Yeah, because it's like a written rule that once you go down, then you can't have to stop. Like the referees then break it up.
They usually break it up there, yeah. But let's find out why.
Interesting.
Why fighting is allowed in pro hockey.
I don't think any of them had all their teeth.
Picture. So near it so far.
Fighting has been a part of professional hockey for nearly a century, and it's a part of the sport that many fans love.
Make no mistake, when there's a hockey fight, no one leaves their seats. It's the most exciting 30 to 60 seconds in sports. It's two gladiators.
Fighting in just about every other professional sport has serious consequences, such as ejection, suspension, and having to pay big fines. But in hockey, fighting is part of what's known as the code.
Fighting's always sort of been a part of the culture of the game, and the game has always been allowed to police itself. So you do something bad, you pay a consequence. You hit a guy from behind, you're going to lose some teeth. And that's what the code says.
The National Hockey League started regulating fighting back in 1922. The official rule book referred to it as fisticuffs. Today, any penalties assessed for fighting fall under Rule 46, which according to the rule book gives referees very wide latitude in the penalties with which they may impose under this rule.
First of all, we have to acknowledge that fighting is illegal. It is a rule violation. At the most severe end, a player can be ejected with a game misconduct. He can also assess minor penalties if it's a roughing incident. We had bench clearing brawls in the 70s. It was wicked.
You look at it, and it's kind of like I wonder if the brutality side of it all, of fighting, you know, I know it's not like bare knuckle fighting or anything like that. It's proper like just fisticuffs, as the way it's said before. But I wonder if they're trying to outlaw it in the game. I wonder if the seniors sort of like, looking at it and saying, let's try and knock it on the head, let's try and eliminate it from the game. Or people who are traditionalists, do they want to keep it in the game? Or is it even been discussed?
I think that's something you definitely have to keep in the game. But as you said there, like it's not actually like legal to do. Like you get put in the sin bin if you do it.
You're
type
right.
thing.
Yeah, you're right. Penalty box. But what you've got is, what I'm saying is, with the way the world's going now, everyone wants to stop any kind of like issue where you're going to get any kind of fighting in a sport. You know what it's like. The regulators are all saying, "Oh, you can't do that anymore. You can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be allowed." And I'm all for it. Let it crack on.
Oh yeah, 100%.
By the way, just to make my point clear, I'm all for it. I'm just wondering if people looking and saying, "Let's try and eliminate it from the sport."
I reckon if they're trying to eliminate it from the sport, they don't love the sport that much.
No, correct.
So,
but there are people that do in many sports.
But there's going to be people that don't even watch the sport that come in and think, "Oh, we shouldn't be fighting in this sport."
Correct.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and there's plenty of them.
Yeah.
Emotion of a hockey game and a hockey player at times is unlike any other sport. When you get on the ice and with the speed and the weapon in your hand, hostilities can accelerate quickly. So there's a way to settle it.
A player involved in a fight automatically gets what's known as a major penalty and must sit out for at least 5 minutes of play. Additional penalties can be tacked on.
The game has evolved such that there's minimal fighting as there is. I mean, it's greatly reduced.
The amount of fights in the NHL has decreased. In the 2015-2016 season, fights occurred in just over 23% of the games, compared to the 2009-2010 season, when there were fights in over 40% of the games. Even with fighting on the decline, should it still be allowed? We asked one of the
Yes.
league's legendary fighters, former NHL player Chris Knuckles Nyland, who in his career served more than 3,000 minutes in the penalty box.
I think if you polled the players and asked them, they'd probably say keep it. So just in case, when two guys get so pissed off at each other, maybe because one guy stuck a stick in his ribs and then he finally says, I've had enough, and wants to drop his gloves and break his nose, it makes guys think twice sometimes about taking liberties with other people. If there's someone there that can come and settle things down.
The NHL declined to comment for this story, but NHL Commissioner Gary Bettman said this to Sports Illustrated in June 2016.
Fighting has been a part of the game. It does act as a thermostat in the game. This is a physical game, and fighting isn't the only issue. And in fact, fighting may help prevent other injuries.
No player in the NHL has ever died as the result of a fight. But if that happens, everything could change. If it happens in the U.S.
If a player gets killed, God forbid, if that happens during a Montreal-Toronto game, we're okay. A jury of their peers is going to understand. They grew up playing hockey. If it happens with a Florida Panthers versus Phoenix Coyotes game, we're fucked.
Why is that though?
Well, you've got the US law. US law will bring all kinds of problems with it, whereas Canadian law probably doesn't. It's not strict. Is what I'm thinking. What he's getting at there.
Yeah.
You know, but
Do they ever play like ice hockey as in like national teams?
yeah,
Like,
it's Olympics.
is it?
Yeah.
Like Canada versus the USA?
Yeah, it was in the Olympics. In
Was
the
it?
Winter Olympics.
Who's the better team? Do you know?
I think. I don't think it's just Canada, USA. Mate. You've got Sweden.
No, I know.
Russia.
But I'm
What
saying
was
like have
Russia
they
at the
played
time?
each other like Canada versus the
Yeah.
USA?
Yeah. I think the USA won the gold once, and I think made a big issue of it, made a big deal out of it, which you would do if you win the gold. But I would probably say if you were going to put on the national level, what I know, I would probably say I think some of the European teams are quite.
I know
decent.
Sweden's really good.
Sweden's good. I think Finland have got a decent team.
Yeah, but I would have thought
Czech
Canada's
Republic.
probably.
Czech Republic.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I might see
See
what
who number
it
one is.
says.
My guess would be Canada might be number one in the world.
Who is the number?
But yeah, Czech Republic, Sweden, Russia.
World Rankings Ice Hockey Federation. Here we go.
Number one, USA.
Number 1, Canada.
Canada. Oh, yeah.
Number 2,
Sweden.
Finland.
Oh!
Number 3,
USA.
Russia.
Russia.
Number 4,
USA.
yeah, and then Germany, Sweden, Switzerland, Czech Republic, Slovakia, Latvia, Denmark, Norway.
Oh, okay.
All them type
So,
of countries.
So Canada number one. I think
it's-
is it a Canadian sport? I think
Great Britain number 20. Yes.
didn't know we had a team.
Yeah. Declan's on it.
Yeah, probably. But I don't know. Is it a Canadian sport?
Yeah.
It originated in Canada.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
It must be based. One of them must be based off a field hockey type thing. Either field hockey's based
No,
off
but
ice hockey.
ice
based off
hockey's,
field hockey.
I think field hockey's based off
Yeah,
ice
that's what
hockey
I'm
because
saying.
ice
One of them
hockey's
must be
the oldest, isn't it?
because it's a very similar sport, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just not on the same surface.
Yeah, a bit different in physicality.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, just a little. No, it's like I say, it's one of my top 3 sports. Hockey.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I would
love
say
it.
top 2 now.
Yeah, absolutely love it. It's a brilliant sport. But let us know in the comments what you think. Should it be banned? Should it be outlawed?
No, it shouldn't be banned. No way.
I don't think it should be. But just
It's
let us
pure
know your thoughts.
entertainment, mate.
Yeah, exactly. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe, please, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Cheers.
Cheers.